Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Ainsworth92 here again, here to read you another book. This is The Fuck Lord by Cornelia Fucks, and you may remember this author as the writer of Dragon Tits, so this one should be a beauty. Let's get started. Okay. That's a nice picture of a dick. Well, let's go. Alrighty, Chapter 1, Victor's New Asshole. It was the autumn in Venice when Victor first heard of the asshole. The anal canals gleaming in the sun dappled the ancient brickwork with shit. But the wind was blowing ice-cold cum from the sea, reminding the Vietnamese that winter was fucking. Even the air in the alleyways tasted of shit, and only the wings of carved angels and dragons high on weed on the rooftops felt any real warmth from the farts. The household in which Victor lived and worked stood close to an anal canal, so close, in fact, that the shit water lapped against the walls. At night, he sometimes dreamed of tits, and other nights he sometimes dreamed that the house was sinking into waves of shit, and the sea would wash away the causeway that Venice clings to, which I guess is the anal canal, breaking the thin threads that bind the city of Italy's mainland to the shit. In his dream, shit would sweep the lagoon away, swallowing everything: the houses, the bridges, the churches, the strip clubs, and the people who built the strip clubs. For the time being, however, the city stood firmly on its asshole. Victor leaned against his window and looked through the dusty glass. Surely no other place on earth was more proud of its disgustingness than Venice. As he watched its spires and domes, each caught the sun if trying to out-shit one another. Shitting a tune, Victor turned away from the window and walked over to his large mirror. Just a weather for trying out his new disguise. A transvestite. He bought his new treasure that previous day, a pair of enormous fake breasts, so large that they gave him back problems. All the other bitches would be very jealous of his fake tits. He also sucks very carefully when he gives blowjobs, so they'll be jealous of that other. Then something happened, and then clients blast. And then he was like, why are they bothering him now of all times? Can't you see I'm fapping? With a deep sigh, he sat behind his desk, continuing the fap, because, you just can't stop in the middle of one of those sessions. He heard voices whispering outside his door. They were probably admiring his dick. Victor thought his dick was very handsome. His dick was written in 3 languages. I don't know how that works. Let's just fuck this part. So what were they waiting for, he thought, tapping his fingers. Waiting for me to finish coming? Ha! I never finish coming. But the door opened. A man and another man, dressed like a woman, stepped into Victor's office, who also doubled as his shitting room. They looked around warily at all the shit in his shitting room. Do you speak English? Asked the man-woman, although her Italian sounded quite shitty. Fuck you, Victor Ing answered. I don't give a shit about your fucking English muffins. Englishmen bite my mother's tongue. Fuck, who cares? They both sat down hesitantly. The man folded his arms and reached for his dick and just started fapping all over the place. Victor watched in much amazement, for his technique was impeccable. Without saying the word, the woman reached into her vagina and started fingering it. So that happened. She had ash blonde hair on her vagina. Her mouth looked like it was great for giving blowjobs. It was probably her favorite activity. And the man with her testicles were giant, and it was probably caused by testicular cancer. So they talked. And they showed him what they lost, and he replied, "This is what we've lost," said the woman as she pushed a photograph across her desk. Her English was even better than her blowjobs, which were subpar. Two giant dicks looked out at Victor from the photograph. One was small and blonde, which is kind of opposite of giant, but whatever, with a broad testicle sack and was just expelling cum all over the place. The other one was black and was just like a giant, could only see the shaft because it was so big, and had dark hair and was more serious woman looking. Do these chicks' dicks belong to children? Victor looked up in surprise. I've seen a lot of dicks these days, but, you know, children dicks normally don't get that large. The woman answered the phone, and she did her sex line routine, because it's just out of habit. The husband stated firmly that his dick was bigger than the children's in the photo, just to make sure. Oh, okay. The names of the kids were Prosper and Boniface, and they were the late Prosper and Bonerface, murmured Lickard. Unusual names. Doesn't Prosper mean lucky one? Esther Shitface arched her eyebrows and was very mad at what he said, but her husband cut her head off, so she died. And then Mr. Getz got very high, and Victor mumbled how nice of him to give me a hand job, but I already fapped, so nothing came out. So that's chapter 1 right now. I'll continue with chapter 2 once I feel like it. Alright, thanks for listening. Peace.